Euro USD basically did nothing yesterday, and um, yeah, just moved sideways. I really hope no one got stuck in any unnecessary position taken yesterday. So let's analyze what it's been up to, and let's see how we can progress from there. All right, guys. So as you can see, your USD has been pushing upward, and we have our liquidity target right over here. And so yesterday we discussed about this coming into this area of demand and perhaps taking out this liquidity, which we haven't seen yet. As of yesterday, we had little to no momentum in the market, so let's wait. Perhaps market is waiting, I guess. So let's wait and let's see what market wants to do from here. Perhaps we take out some of this liquidity, we see that change of character, and then we can look for those long positions to target that liquidity high there if it makes sense, right? Something like this, and then you can find those positions if it makes sense. But if not, we stay out of the market and let's see the 1 hour so I can show a bit clearer. So you can see, okay, so we grabbed this liquidity on our way down. We saw a little bounce from there, no change of character, so there was no trade, but we kept pushing downward and downward. Now we're back, now we're here. And so let's see if we also grab this liquidity and start to push upward from there. That would be nice to see, as this is quite a strong demand level as it took out this liquidity to the left before pushing up. So let's watch for that and see how that translates. Okay. For the dollar index, guys, as we've been discussing, guys, we're in the bullish phase, right? The impulsive phase, rather, and now we're retracing, right? And we've retraced into this demand level, right? And after that retracement, we saw this push up, which came into this high. We grabbed this liquidity high, and now we're just now we're pushing down again. So let's see what wants to develop on this, on the dollar index. As okay, yes, even yesterday we had some dollar news because from I think a member of the Fed, the Federal Reserves, he spoke about the inflation situation, and they're keeping an eye out on for the unemployment, and they're not eager to cut rates, and that would mean bullish for the dollar if they're not eager to cut rates. So it's very important for us to just, as December, there would be a decision on the rate cut. So that could be slightly bullish until then. The dollar could be slightly bullish until then. So let's keep an eye out for that and let's watch, as it's not a foregone conclusion that the rates will be cut in December. Okay, so as you can see, dollar is pushing down today. So let's watch and see. We've grabbed this liquidity. Now we started to push down a little bit. Okay, that's nice to see, but I would still like some higher prices on the dollar from here. Sorry, what am I saying? I would, yeah. So let's wait for this to start to show some bullish momentum, right? And then maybe we can get those USD card longs moving again and Euro USD shorts. But perhaps some lower prices on the dollar might be feasible, as it would mean higher prices on Euro USD and GBP USD, which I'm interested in selling, but not from here. More or less, I'm interested in selling from higher prices, as this is poorly priced at the moment. And the pound is weak, and the dollar is just recently, right now we're pushing down, as you can see. So I'm not really interested in taking any GBP USD position for now, so I'm staying out of this. For NU, guys, as we discussed yesterday, we I want higher prices, guys. I want higher prices. Maybe we push into this monthly open, and then from there we can start to look for those sales. That would be nice to see. As you can see, this demand, it and then it pushed right into this demand, took out liquidity, right? If you had entered for some sales, you would have been faked out. Um, I hope, right? I hope we didn't get into some sales because now we can just start pushing up from here as the dollar also is showing that it wants to push down from after grabbing that liquidity high. So for us right now it's just waiting, right? This is just a waiting game. Wait for it to be better priced as these pairs are poorly priced at the moment. Okay, similar with AU, guys, and we talked about this and we said, okay, we wanted to push. If we see a break of fractal structure to the highs, we can take that position from here, right? I think it was okay after grabbing this liquidity. Said if we see a fractal break of this high, we can take that position into the highs, but never happened. I hope no one got into those positions and no one took a loss on that, and then we just started to push down from there. So now we've grabbed this liquidity. Have we? No, still open. So I still expect us to still perhaps grab this liquidity and maybe we start to push up from there. With AU, it's getting the more it moves, the more unclear it gets at the moment. It's just as you can see, we're just sideways, sideways, sideways. So perhaps from this low, we can get some nice longs. If we grab this liquidity, get that change of character, then we can get some nice longs in, as that would be nice. Then we can target this quarterly open and this area liquidity areas that we left behind. With USD CHF, guys, I mean, not the biggest fan of this at the moment, to be honest. Let's clear this. Let me delete this. Honestly, guys. As you can see, we're in a bearish trend, right? We've broken structure high, low, right? These are swing high, these are swing low. Now we're retracing to premium, and now we've just been pushing down from there. So mechanically, we expect this to just keep going down lower, but it's been moving sideways. Also, you can just see it's just been choppy. So let's see what it wants to do. I would not take sales on this yet, but I would still anticipate lower prices. Okay. Oh, with gold, guys. So we have gold approaching a monthly open. As you know, guys, I'm only looking for buys on this thing, and I like this price action, guys. Look at this, right? It's clear. Look at this, right? We had this massive, right, massive swing to the downside, and then now we've just started moving choppy, 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 slowly coming into that monthly open. If we see clean bullish momentum enter into the market, fractal structure break, I would be looking to for some longs from here, right? As now we've retraced into where, into this discounted area, right? So we can take this like this. We can, so now we've retraced into that discounted area, and it would just be beautiful to look for some longs from there. I hope go. So don't be in a hurry also to take those longs. Wait for clear bullish momentum coming to the market, because we still have this open areas, right? And if the right, so there's open areas of liquidity, so we could, if we don't see that change of character, right, you could just see uh lower prices perhaps into this quarterly open. So just keep an eye out for that and be careful. With USD card, guys, as I'm still expecting higher prices on this thing, right, on this pair. As okay, so what can we see, guys? We're in an uptrend, as we've discussed, right, as we've been discussing for quite some time now. Bullish, right, pullback, push up, another pullback. So now we're expecting another push up to start soon. So and also look at here, guys, beautiful, right? So we had this squeezing price action we're talking about, and then a break into the highs, and then we took out the liquidity below the lows, and then after taking out that liquidity, so we pushed up, and you can see, guys, we have this consolidation area right here, this demand area, right? So after pushing up, all we just want is that retracement into this consolidation, maybe some liquidity grab, this weekly open acting as demand, acting as resistance, and then from there we can start to push upward. Okay. So let's be patient, guys. Let's wait for some lower prices on this. Maybe if we grab this liquidity, maybe the weekly open or the monthly can act as area of support, and then from there we start to push up. Okay. Well, for USD JPY, guys, as you can see, man, all I want is to buy this, but you have to be patient, guys. You have to be patient. We still pushed up a little bit higher yesterday. I'm waiting for lower prices. Maybe this weekly open can act as area of liquidity for us, and then we can push up from there. Or maybe we even, as this can be like, okay, now we have like here as our strong area of demand. Let me get this PVD tool out of the way, right? So we have here as our strong area of demand. We grab liquidity to the left. Now we're pushing back into it, and then from this weekly open, you could look for further longs, right? That would be nice to see for if USD JPY gives us that. Okay, and then finally, guys, on US oil, man, I don't know. This is not moving how we thought it would move, but it is moving still. So that's the point. It is moving still. I wish it was faster, but hey, what are we gonna do? We've been around here since when? 27th of October, guys. I mean, whew, patience, right? Savali. So we grab liquidity of the highs and then we push down. Now we have this high leaving behind. So I don't know, guys. Let's see if we start pushing down from here as we've come into this strong supply, or maybe one more swipe up of the highs, right? We have that change of fractal structure, and then because these are fractal low, these are fractal high at the moment, and then we can look for those scalings and then put our stops above this monthly open and look for the next impulsive phase. Okay, so thank you guys for sticking this long. So I also want to share one more thing. If you've been here this long, you deserve it. US 30, guys. As you can see, guys, I'm keeping an eye out for this because I mean it's bullish, clear to see. And now we've retraced into this quarterly open. So what are we waiting for? A change of character, guys. Change of character, as we have, which would just put the fractal structure in our favor. We have the swing structure, right? We have liquidity already to our left, right? We've grabbed this liquidity, right? Then we have PVD, we're in discount. We have quarterly open, right, supporting us. So now we're waiting for that fractal structure shift, and then we can perhaps look for some longs on the US 30. Okay, guys, I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you for your time.